Joanna makes the best roast turkey. Am I stuffed?
George, that was a 24-pound bird. You polished off almost 23 pounds. Joanna said I should feed it.
Oh, when does Joanna get
slices of
reunion?
In a week.
Oh, maybe I should have left some of the mashed potatoes.
Hello, Stratford Inn. I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Take it easy, ma'am. You're crying hysterically. Michael? What's wrong? All right. I'll get over there as soon as I can. And I promise I won't tell anyone you cry like a woman. Michael's at the hospital. Stephanie's in emergency.
Oh, no.
All right, George, you stay here and watch the inn and stay out of the kitchen.
Steph?
Michael, is that you?
Oh, Cuppers, you can talk.
Michael, they removed her appendix, not her tongue. How are you feeling, Steph?
That depends. How do I look?
Like a pretty little piece of post-op pastry.
I feel fine.
Boy, you really gave us quite a scare last night. Usually when you say, ew, in a restaurant, it's because they've sat us next to an unattractive couple. But when you started clutching your side and rolling on the tile, I knew it was brought on by physical pain and not the sight of that twosome sharing the same ear of corn.
Oh, gee, I must have been really out of it. All I can remember is some hysterical woman crying and screaming and running through the hospital.
She's been sedated.
You've both been here all night?
Yeah, we're waiting for you to wake up.
So you're wearing the same clothes as yesterday?
Steph, you know I always carry a change in the Turbo Z.
Oh, that's right. Dick?
I'm sorry, I forgot. I feel so dirty.
Michael, I'm bored. I'd like to go home now.
No can do, sweet cakes. You just had major surgery.
So?
Steph, I'm sure that your doctors would appreciate you're hanging around for a while so that they can make sure that the incision heals properly.
Incision? They cut me?
They had to. An appendix isn't the kind of thing that you can suck out.
You mean I'm scarred for life?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Steph, I'm sure it won't be bad. I mean, it'll be a cute scar. I mean, you had acute appendicitis.
Promise me you won't abandon me and run off with someone unscarred.
You can just doggy bag those doubts. You'll always remain my one and only muffin, albeit a sliced muffin.
I don't think you realize what a lucky young lady you are.
But there were complications?
Well, it's pretty unusual to give a transfusion after an appendectomy.
You put blood in me?
Fortunately, little Miss Rare Blood Type, we had some safe AB negative on hand. Your daughter is a pip.
Oh, she's not my,
I'm tired of all this yucky blood and scar talk. Shouldn't my room be filled with fresh flowers and tasteful get-well gifts?
Look what the florist left on the porch.
That's quite an arrangement.
Yeah, and how? To our darling Stephanie, We miss you, we love you, we cherish you. Get well soon.
Must have set her parents back a pretty penny.
Well, it's not from the Vanderkellens. It's from all the girls at the Clinique counter at Peck's department store. Is Stephanie home from the hospital?
Michael's picking her up. Where were you all morning?
Well, Stephanie's appendicitis got me to thinking I'm way overdue for a physical, so I went to see old Doc Winslow.
What do you say?
Nothing really. It seems he died 23 years ago. Anyway, his son, old Doc Winslow Jr., he examined me and said I was in tip-top shape.
Oh, that's terrific.
He also said I had a little cholesterol problem, but I don't know whether I believe any doctor who's barely out of his 50s.
The kids are taking over.
To be on the safe side, I should get more exercise and stop burning my candle at both ends.
George, I've never known you to burn your candle at one end.
I guess you missed last year's Hell Night at the Beaver Lodge. I was wasted, Dick.
Direct from her, side-splitting, week-long stint in the recovery room, Michael Harris is tickled to present Miss Stephanie. I've lost 2.5 pounds eating hospital food, Vanderkellen.
You know, Stephanie, I'm actually surprised I'm saying this, but things haven't been the same around
That's
here.
good, Dick. Are those flowers for me?
Yeah, they just arrived. They're from your friends at the Clinique counter at Peck's.
Oh. Nothing from the Estee Lauder counter?
Gee, nice bell.
It's sterling. It's a get-well gift from Michael.
I figured that while Steph is in her recoup mode, she could just ring her dinger, and two of you could drop whatever silly things you do around here and scoot to my beauty's bedside.
Isn't he thoughtful?
How long will you be recouping?
Well, the doctor said 7 to 10 days, but I plan on a good month.
You don't think 10 days is long enough?
Well, Dick, I'm fragile and petite. I'm not from hardy peasant stock like Joanna. Michael, I'm fatigued from my homecoming. To my room, please.
Steph?
Oh, I forgot.
I didn't know Joanna was from hardy peasant stock.
I never saw her pull a plow.
There. I've positioned the floribunda in descending order of lavishness, with the buku bucks bouquets within sniffing distance, dribbling down to those in the corner with dubious eye appeal.
That's lovely, Michael. But I don't see Dick and Joanna's.
I hid them under your sink.
Well, I'm ready to convalesce. Hi, Dick. Are those the magazines I requested?
Yeah, I got Vogue, Mademoiselle, Glamour, Czar, and Cosmo.
Ooh, prettier than her. Prettier than her. Than her. Than her. Michael?
Oh, prettier than her.
I do the same thing with GQ.
I went to that gourmet ice cream parlor clear over in Tyville and got a quart of hand-packed French vanilla almond.
Oh, my very favorite.
I know. That's why I didn't mind driving 46 miles on bald tires to get it.
Where's their special hot fudge sauce?
Well, I guess if I leave now, I can be back from Tyville by dark.
Here, I'll put this in the freezer, and you let me know if you need it. What is it, Steph?
Nothing. I just had this urge to exert some power.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. Me and Daryl picked up a little something for you.
Oh, and it's still wet.
Funny, it wasn't when we put it in there.
I'll stick these with Dick and Joanna's flowers.
To be perfectly candid with you, Miss Stephanie, that was a replacement gift. We'd gotten you a real elegant item, but it slithered out of Daryl's grip on the way over here.
Some gifts are just meant to run free.
I hope you're putting Daryl's gift to good use.
Oh, I don't remember getting anything from you. It's not that putrid brocade pillow, is it?
No, that's from Dick and Joanna, too.
But actually, it's more from Joanna than.
So, what did Daryl give me?
Well, remember last week when you were stricken
Yes,
and you went to the hospital
yes,
and you had an operation?
yes.
Well, right now, you've got a fresh pint of Daryl's very own personal blood coursing through your veins. Cool gift, huh?
Michael, I'm not happy. Do something.
There's a large leap in logic here, Larry. Just because Daryl's a donor doesn't mean his particular plasma is pumping through Steffi's petite capillaries.
Sure it does. They're the town's only AB negatives. See, Daryl likes to drop by the hospital and visit his blood once a week. His schedule permitting. And I know he won't mind my saying that he nearly swallowed his cud when he learned that some of his own vital fluids are whizzing through Miss Stephanie's firm body.
Michael, I'm polluted. Ew.
Be brave, Steph. I'll be by your side through this horrible ordeal, even if it does make my flesh crawl.
Stephanie, you're making this much worse than it is.
I am not. My blood's not blue anymore.
Well, I'm glad our little get-well gift slithered away. Although I admit, it would have looked charming coiled around Miss Stephanie's headboard.
So, anyone for ice cream?
Nothing like a steaming bowl of oat bran.
Yum.
Is that a cheese omelet?
Yes.
Cheddar?
Swiss.
3 egg omelet or 4?
I used 4.
Cooked in butter?
Yes. George, if this is too hard on you, I can eat in the kitchen.
No, Dick, I don't want to put you out. As your friend, I'm happy you have a low cholesterol count and can stuff your face with anything.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this was my other brother Daryl.
You have an 8x10 glossy of your brother?
Well, there was a time back when that Daryl had a short-lived but lucrative career in modeling.
I didn't know he was such a glamour boy.
The miracle of proper backlighting and airbrushing.
Well, where is Daryl?
He's been gone all night. We searched everywhere. Daryl even combed the local discotheques.
I didn't know Daryl was a dancer.
I knew he was a model.
Daryl tends to trip the light fandango when he's bummed. And I could tell Miss Stephanie put him in one of his dancing moods.
I'm not apologizing for it, guys, but, I'm sure that Miss Stephanie never meant to offend Daryl intentionally. I mean, the expression "you" can be interpreted in any number of ways.
Like how?
Well, like, you boy.
I'm appeased, but Darrell here gets the feeling that you're pulling our collective chains.
Well, believe me, guys, that is something I would never do. But I'm sure Miss Stephanie thinks of you as friends.
Well, a real friend doesn't go around hurting another friend. Come on, Darrell, let's get a move on. There's got to be somewhere we haven't searched. Good thinking, the pound.
Poor Darrell, out there somewhere alone. Who knew he'd take it this hard?
Just because he's model doesn't mean he can't cry.
Steph, you haven't eaten since yesterday. You've got to nibble on something. Try the French toast.
I've lost all desire for food. I have the blood of a woodsman running through me.
Well, I hate to be a gloomy Gus, but if you don't get some nourishment, you're going to become anemic, and you'll need even more of Darrell's blood. Life juice. Steph! What's happening to you?
Oh my God! It's the Darrell coming out in me!
Get a grip on yourself. Maybe you were just hungry.
No, it's a side effect. What if I start craving pre-chewed food?
I'll still love you. We'll just never dine out in public again.
Well, how's everything?
Ease up, Dick. At least you don't attack your food like some wild, demented animal. Oh, no offense, Pumpkin.
Larry and Darrell were just here without Darrell. They're a little worried about him. They haven't seen him since he ran out of here yesterday.
If you're going to keep yelling at me like this, you can just go away.
I didn't think I was raising my voice. I was just relaying some new...
He's ignoring my bell. Make him stop.
Quit tormenting her, Dick. Can't you see my cupcake is crumbling?
Darrell.
Darrell, where have you been? Your brothers have been worried about you. Oh, you've been out gathering leeches.
Michael!
Aren't they normally used in pagan bloodletting rituals?
Well, that's very thoughtful, Darrell, but I don't think Stephanie wants your blood sucked out of her by these little fellas.
Get those icky, slimy things out of my room! No, Darrell, wait! No, I don't want the bucket. Give that to Dick.
I'll just put these outside, way at the end of the driveway.
Michael, I would like to speak to Darrell alone.
You sure, Steph? He's been at the bog.
I'm sure. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite you. Sit down. Not that close. Thank you for the leeches. They were repulsive, but the thought was there. And I'm sorry about yesterday. I really am. I guess you thought I was pretty mean to you. Well, it wasn't on purpose. I had a lot of stuff going through my head. The thought of your blood in me, or anyone else's, made me just a little testy. Is this making any sense? Oh, it should. Okay. Maybe I wasn't thinking about your feelings. Maybe I was just thinking about myself. Nodded pretty quickly on that one. Daryl, I'm going to tell you something about myself that not even Michael knows. But I can't leave this room. There are times when I can be just the tiniest bit self-centered. No, really, it's true. And this might have been one of those times. I was rude to you, and I shouldn't have been. I guess, in a way, sort of saved my life. Maybe one day I could do something for you. You want a muffin? You have some crumbs there in the corner of your mouth. Wait. You want another one? Here, take the whole thing. Wouldn't you be happier eating those at the bog?
Of the ROTC building?
Oh, hard to believe we were so political back then.
Political? Us? We just wanted to meet those cute cadets.
You're right. It's so good to see you after all these years.
Oh, here's to good friends.
Tonight is something special.
It is so nice to relax with old pals. My life is such a whirlwind these days. Have I told you why?
Yes, but it bears repeating.
I finally had the guts to leave my marriage.
I just don't understand it. I thought you and Martin were so happy.
We were stagnating. There were no new discoveries to make. We'd sit across the breakfast table, and there'd be these long, lingering silences.
Still, it's a shame after such a long marriage.
Oh, Joanna, believe me, you and I both have what we want. I have an exciting new life, a fabulous career, and you've got Dick.
Yes, and we're very happy.
Of course you are. How long you kids been married now?
18 years.
18 beautiful years.
Well, I've got another whirlwind day tomorrow. Night, sweetie.
Night.
You know, it's just amazing that you two have managed to stay together.
Well, when you've got a good thing going. Right, honey?
Huh?
Tell Rhonda good night.
Oh, good night. Good night, Rhonda.
Sleep tight, lovebirds.
You know, Dick, I think she kind of envies us.
Right. Mm-hmm. Night, honey. I'll see you in the morning.
Miss!
I'm busy.
But my eggs are ice cold.
Then don't eat them.
Dick, we still have plenty to discover about each other, don't we?
Sure.
Then go ahead. Ask me something you've always wanted to know about me.
Well, nothing springs to mind, but I'm sure something will come up. Hopefully soon.
Morning, Dick. Joanna.
Hi, George.
I just got back from taking Rhonda to the train station. Am I glad she finally had the guts to leave Martin?
Why's that?
Dick, she was stagnating. Now every day of her life is a whirlwind.
I had no idea.
I guess some of us just aren't meant to be married. And others are. Dick, Joanna, how long has it been?
18 years.
18 beautiful years. Did you pass the cream?
You didn't say that with much enthusiasm.
Pass the cream.
I meant the 18 years part.
Here, Dick. Thanks, George.
Cupcake roll call. Stephanie Vanderkellen?
Here!
All set, Steph? We're going shopping for matching ski togs. Don't you think we'll be the cutest couple ever seen, shussing?
Hot plate. Michael, we're not going anywhere until I see that baby picture you promised me for my locket.
Voila.
This will never do. I'm not putting an adorable baby picture of me next to one of you in a Foreign Legion hat.
But, Steph...
Michael, I've never seen a picture of you as a little boy without something stupid on your head.
I'm sorry, Steph. I know what you must be going through.
Do you? Do you really? I think not.
Well, here's something I've never told you. I was a cesarean baby.
I know that. Let it go, Joanna.
Who would have guessed?
I'm sorry about your childhood trauma, Jojo, but I need to confab with Dick about some urgent show stuff. Can we kibitz, compadre?
Must be urgent. You're mixing Spanish with Yiddish.
Tell me, Joanna, was it painful?
What's the problem, Michael?
This has nothing to do with the show, Dick. It's something painfully personal. You see, I once... This should spare us both the agony.
Is this you as a kid? Well, you must have been a great listener because you're all ears.
Yank those yucks, Dick. You have no idea the torment I went through as a child. Every day I'd hear the same taunt. Hey, Beagle Boy! Does a doctor have to examine your ears with a headlight? Not everyone was as nice as my mom. When I got to school, that's when the hell really began.
Oh, kids can be cruel.
Their chant still haunts me. Michael, ears so wide, looks like pancakes side by side. I tried to run and hide, but it was useless. I was always within earshot, even from 5 blocks away.
You grew into your ears.
No, Dick, I got professional help. I had them trimmed and pinned when I was 11.
So what's the problem?
Steph wants a snap of me as a child. I can't let her see me looking like Alfred E. Newman.
Michael, no one is going to change their opinion of someone because of the way they looked at 6.
They aren't?
No. Besides, I mean, everyone wants to improve their appearance. As a matter of fact, when I was younger, I had a wart removed.
That's disgusting. Does Joanna know?
I don't think so.
And you've been sitting on this wart thing all this time?
Michael, an old photograph isn't going to change the way Stephanie feels about you.
Dick, I've been living a lie. I've been passing as a small-eared man.
Okay, Michael, let's shop.
Right.
Michael, isn't there something that you want to show Stephanie?
Gee, Dick, now?
Oh, what is it?
Well, the thing is, Cuppers, I do have a hatless headshot. I didn't want to show it to you, but Dr. Dick gave me a dose of reassurance.
Who is this?
It's me.
No, really.
It's me, I swear. I'm the guy attached to Babar's ears. That pachydermal punum is mine.
Michael, this isn't funny.
But it's true.
Our children will be hideously grotesque.
Oh, Muffin. Thanks a lot, Dick.
They'll look like cartoon elephants. A gust of wind will come up and carry them away.
We can anchor them down.
Dick,
Yeah, honey.
I think we should discuss our relationship.
What's to discuss? It couldn't be better.
You honestly don't see a problem?
No, but I have a feeling I will.
We've stopped growing. We're stagnating.
Well, we weren't stagnating until your friend Rhonda showed up.
Dick, this has been our life for the last 7 years. We get up, eat breakfast, putter around, eat lunch, putter some more, eat dinner, putter a little, go to bed.
You make that almost sound dull.
It is.
We're eating, we're puttering.
Well, I'm sick of eating. I'm sick of puttering. And I'm starting to get just a little sick of us.
Joanna.
Sounds like the end of 18 beautiful years.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Darryl, and this is my other brother Darryl.
Hi, fellas. What is it?
Well, we understand that after 18 beautiful years, you are connubally kaput.
Where did you hear that?
The whole town is buzzing and laying odds on who'll be the next Mrs. Loudon. I went with my gut and put a 10 on that chunky number who works at the gas station. Anyway, on the off chance that you two can salvage this sad excuse for a marriage, we'd like to suggest something we found helpful. Therapy.
You were in therapy?
Actually, primal scream. Something Darryl particularly excels in. Darryl, please, there may be stemware in the room.
Thanks for the concern, guys, but we aren't having a problem. And if we were, I'm not a big believer in psychology.
Well, it did wonders for Darryl's sibling rivalry. Well, looks like regression to me. Come on, Darryl. We better have Dr. Penske hook you up to that electric machine again.
Dick,
Joanna, no, I am not going into therapy.
well, it's something to consider. Larry could be right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it also Larry who said if you held a trout up to your ear, you could hear the ocean?
To be fair, Dick, you never tried that either.
Look, honey, I know you think we're having problems, but there must be some recourse other than therapy and trout.
I see I'm getting nowhere. If you don't want to do the simplest thing to help us, fine. I would never force you to do something that you are so vehemently against.
Wednesday good for you? Dr. Mary Kaiser? It sounds like a woman.
Dick, just relax. Everything's going to be fine.
I'll see you next Wednesday, Dr. Kaiser. What are you staring at?
I'm sorry. You look so.
What's this, Kaiser? Another one of your nut cases?
There's something about your face.
I'm not too crazy about yours either.
Haven't we?
I'd love to stay around here and listen to you stutter all night, but I have a life to live. Psycho.
Hi, I'm Mary Kaiser.
I'm Joanna, and this is Dick.
Nice to meet you. You'll have to excuse my last patient. It's taken me years to undo the damage that was done to him by some quack in Chicago. Go on in. The rest of the group should be here shortly.
When I agreed to do this, you didn't say anything about a semicircle.
Dick.
Damn it, Tish, you didn't have to go and slam my finger in the damn door of the damn pickup.
Well, I wouldn't if you at least tried to help me get out. No, I'm pregnant. Or couldn't you tell?
Dick, Joanna, Tommy Lee, and Tish.
Hi.
Have to shake Lefty. Full woman's out to cripple me.
Welcome to Couples Group. Another couple may be joining us, but let's just get started. Since you're all new to group, I think it's important to stress that we should all be completely open with each other.
I'm not opening up to them.
Now then, Tommy Lee and Tish, why don't you tell us why you're here?
To be honest, our marriage has stopped growing.
You see, we have a lot in common.
Tish is a cow, on top of which she gambles away my paychecks on the dog races.
2 peas in a pod.
Paycheck? You suck back your paycheck when you can keep a job long enough to get one.
Ah. Tommy Lee, how does that make you feel?
Well, it hurts, Dr. Kaiser. So much so I want to take a handful of beer nuts and throw them in her fat face.
You try it!
I want to go home now.
Dick, was there something you wanted to share?
Just that I don't think we should be hearing this.
I think what's making you feel uncomfortable, Dick, is that Tish and Tommy Lee are expressing honest emotions. Honesty, Dick, is what this group is all about.
Sorry we're late, Dr. Kaiser.
Well, look who's back. Chuck and Dawn.
Chuck and Dawn?
What are Dick and Joanna doing here?
Please take your seats.
What is it, Dick? That wart thing?
No!
So, what did we miss?
Dr. Kaiser was just explaining the importance of being honest, Dawn.
Chuck and Dawn, you already seem to know Dick and Joanna.
You used your real names? Aren't you ashamed?
Yes.
And this is Tommy Lee and Tish.
Ever seen the inside of a mobile home, Chickie?
At this time, what do you two see as your greatest difficulty?
Our boy, Harold. Last week you shot a hole right through our neighbor.
Kid's got a lot of anger in him.
Are they going to talk all night? Some of us have real problems.
Well, Dawn, as I recall, the last time you two were here, your problems seemed rather trivial and foolish.
Well, that was then. This time it's all too real.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is it?
Chuck had big ears as a child.
Our neighbor had big ears.
Still has one.
I think that it's time that we got back to an adult. Dick, tell us why you came to group.
Joanna made me.
Dr. Kaiser, I think what Dick meant to say is we're stagnating. Our marriage should be more of a, whirlwind. There's a certain sameness about our life together.
Well, what do you want? Excitement or Dick?
Good one.
You know, I am beginning to see a common thread here. And I think it can be summed up in the simple phrase, nobody's perfect. Which is why we all have to learn to accept each other exactly the way we are.
Well, obviously you don't run the risk of having a big-eared child.
No, I don't, but if you had one, Dawn, wouldn't you still love and accept it?
Well, of course. But do you think it's healthy for a child to see his parents burst into tears every time he walks in the room?
All right, if it's such a big deal, get the kid's ears fixed.
Plastic surgery?
Yes.
Well, that's what I've been saying, Dawn.
Well, I know, Chuck, but you're biased. You were one of them. And now, somehow, coming from a normal-eared professional, it all makes sense.
Then we are cured.
Thank God, Chuck.
Oh, Dr. K, you're a whiz. Come on, Dawn, let's blow this popsicle stand.
Oh, Chuck, our nightmare is finally over.
Wait a minute. They get to leave?
Uh-huh.
And they're cured?
They seem to think so.
You know, doll, I feel ashamed for griping about our petty problems.
Oh, baby, we got a good life.
Well, Joanna, you've told us all about your life with Dick.
seems to have cleared the room.
Tell us how you'd envision a life if you weren't married to Dick.
A life without Dick?
Yes, for instance, where would you live?
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to leave the area. Dick and I love it here.
Dick is out of the picture. Only you now.
Right. Okay. Well, I suppose I'd get a little house nearby. I mean, Dick and I have made so many friends. I've made so many friends. Then maybe I'd start a little business. I mean, after 7 years of running an inn, Dick and I have gotten so good at... I've gotten so...
Yes, Joanna.
It's just so hard to envision my life without Dick. Besides, I'd miss him.
Perhaps your marriage isn't so much stagnant as it is comfortable.
Comfortable? All this time, we've been comfortable.
And it only cost us $80 to find out.
I know this evening has been emotionally draining for the both of you, so I want you to feel free to sit here a while and reflect on all the breakthroughs that we've made. Good night.
Oh. Well, I'll start up the car.
Dick? Oh, baby, we got a good life, too.
You bet.